Hello, hi, it's Liz here, or as I've become known in some parts, Mrs. Doubtfire. If you know, you know. Okay, so we're back with our book and we are at day 4. So again, it's going to be a twofer. I didn't do the little book yesterday. I was doing my yo-yo journal yesterday. So day 4, recycled art and coin envelope. So, recycled art. I have this large, I hope I can get all this in. This is a ring binder that during lockdown I decided to try my hand, not very successfully, at drawing and painting ladies. Not this one, this is a collage one. And I've put the dates on, July 2020, during lockdown. And there's some, oh, she's a bit scary, a bit creepy. I don't think she's not too bad. Every seashell has a story. And this one, I quite like that one actually. And then this one that's been split up in a little thing. So I didn't do that many because I think I was quite disheartened and gave up. But actually when I dug it out today and looked back on them, do you know, they're not too bad. And I'm going to actually use this one. So we'll take this one out and this is what I am going to recycle because she's just got nothing about her. She doesn't have any eyes, she's got a straight nose, she's got a funny wee mouth, she's got very strange hair, and yes, so I think we're going to use her and give her a new life on here. But first we need to do this background and cover up this page a little. So I've got these 3 Dilutions paints. I have Rose Quartz, Campsotil and Fresh Lime. I'm hoping that these are still good to go. So let's give them a little, maybe I should give it a shake. Whoops. It must be one of these ones that's got a little marble or something inside, a little metal ball, you know how you get them. And so, oh, it's only the blue one that makes a noise. I wonder why that is. Anyway, it's well shook up. Let's just use the old plastic card. This is an old Starbucks card. I've used this before and we'll just let's get the blue off and that gives it a place to sit, and we'll maybe do some green. Oh, that paint smells kind of like nuts, like, oh, that's very odd. Yes, it's the paint. Paint smells of nuts. Is that right? Would that be right? It's quite, well, it's not that old. Oh, that's a big splodge. Let's see if we can. Right. I think I'm going to leave it there like that. And whilst that is drying, can't stop touching it now. Whilst that's drying, we will go on with our coin envelope. I'll just put that in a safe place to the side there. I have this little envelope here, and this is what I'm going to use. I'm just going to move that properly out the way. And I'm going to cover my little, I know this isn't strictly speaking a coin envelope, but did somebody say that there was rules about this? I don't think they did. I'm going to maybe cut this up first. Whoops, did I get you there? I'm just going to cut off the top of her head. And then I want a piece, I think I'm going to need a pencil. I want a piece as broad as that envelope. This is like watercolour card or mixed media card, and so it's quite thick. Right. Maybe that bit there's quite nice, or do I want a pink bit in on that side? More of the pink or more of the blue? That's how it will look. Maybe about there. About there and about there. About and about. And then I'm going to have lots of nice little extra bits. They're quite cool. And how nice does that look? Oh, quite pleased with that. Yeah. Okay, so we need a bit to cover that little top bit now. They are both too short. So let's see what we've got. Let's try that bit there. Right, we'll just make it plenty big. Because we'll cut it, put it on and then cut round. So I want that stuck on there, and then we'll trim round. Yeah. So let's stick that on to that. I'm just going to use my glue stick. Right. looks quite nice, just on a plain. Keeping the bottom bit plain, but we won't. We'll put that one on. Oh, that looks quite cool. I'm quite pleased with the way this is turning out. So recycled art is a good idea, I think, because sometimes we do things and we're not entirely happy, and yeah. Now, a coin envelope should have, or should it? I know there's no rules, but you quite often see them, and it's a little circle here and a circle here with a brad. Well, a double circle with the twine through the circle. But my book can't really take anything too thick, and I don't want to put double circles and brads through. So I was thinking, as a closure, we would just tape the twine on and not make it too thick, and just have one, I think. You can always trim this down. So I think I'm going to just stick that onto the back. Let's just see. We don't decided against the circle punch, so we'll tape the closure about there onto the back, because this whole back will be getting stuck on to the page. You've got to be a bit of an engineer with this, haven't you? Right, so that's my closure. And I think we'll put something else on the front. I've got this pre-made Extraordinary little card. I've had that in my stash. I've got a little bundle of them. And I think we'll put that there, because I've got 2 journal cards. Be brave, anything can happen. And I think that's correct. You've got to be brave when you put the camera on. I'm not a YouTuber extraordinaire. It's just me, so anything can happen. I blogged for about 15 years, just took still pictures and wrote a little bit about things on the blog, which was Buttons for Brains as well. And then Blogger decided to not give me access to my blog anymore for some reason, and then it was much easier to do YouTube than it was years ago with the phones, and you don't need special cameras and things. And I decided maybe about a year and a half, 2 years ago, to give it a go, and here we are, still at it. So pop them in there, I think. Be brave, anything can happen. Let's get this stuck down. But I have to say, I do thoroughly enjoy the videos and video making and following other videos. It's a great wee community, and I've made some nice pals along the way, absolutely. Not that I didn't make nice pals blogging, but it's a different sort of thing. And yeah, so we'll tie them up, and this is where I think you need a third hand. If medical science could please, for us crafters, that are tying bows. I know there's a wee trick you can do with a bit of tape or whatever, but oh, that'll do. Just to even that up a little bit. I was going to cut that off, but I quite like a long tail. Right, now how are we doing over here? I'm not sure that this is, well, it's nearly dry. Oh, that's, oh dear, look, I'm going to have to make that page pink as well now. This page will follow for the next 4 pages. Never mind. Yeah. It's like, how is that for a contrast? Kind of vintagey Christmas and as bright as you like, non-Christmas. Or non-December anyway, it's a December daily, but now I wonder if the glue stick will be enough to hold this in place. Well, we can always re-stick it if it doesn't. Not the end of the world if it doesn't hold it in place. We can just use the other glue. Now, do we want it bang in the middle or do we want it up slightly? Let's put it about there. I'm not sure if that's bang in the middle or not. There we are. Yeah, and it's not quite dry in places, so I'm not going to turn the page and close it, because then that splodge of pink will be on that Christmas before you know it. Yeah, so here we are, recycled art and a coin envelope. Well, an envelope that's nearly a coin envelope. Like I say, this doesn't have pages removed, and so it's going to end up quite bulky if I add lots and lots of layers and things and brads and whatnot. So anyway, that's number 4 done. Now we'll do number 5, but first of all I'm going to tidy up the mess that's to the left of me here and get the next prompt ready, and I'll see you in a bit. Okay, we're back to do number 5, number or sentiment and a ticket. This one's going to just be super easy, no messing about, a little bit of background paper and yeah, a little bit of background paper and a wee collage. So I've got some paper here which is going to be my ticket or my many tickets. This is from Paper Stash, Tim Holtz Ideology Paper Stash it's called, 8x8. Lots of cool papers in that. And again, I'm just going to use my pencil and let's just leave a little border just to make each page a wee bit different and not cover the whole page. So with my, there we go, trimmer. And these pages are double-sided as well. The other page, the back of the pattern pages is usually a kind of plainish page to tone with the pattern, which is quite handy if you want to build up a layering sort of thing. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, I was just wondering if I should put some washi down there first, because I didn't put washi in that one, and there's washi in the rest, and I think it'll just make it a little bit more sturdy once I start filling up these pages, because this is quite an old book and might be just a little bit fragile. And it just gives it a little bit of extra oomph. Something we all need sometimes. That'll do. Right. Let's just get this down. The little border, is it straight? Nope. Does anybody else do this? I don't steal extra ones, but if they give me extra ones, then I take them with me and add them to my little pile of coffee shop napkins. Not sure I like that. I'm going to use I think maybe well, let's just pull out the whole lot. The black, maybe. That's nicer. That's nicer than the brown. And then it just gives it double strength. And let's see if we can just do this a little bit. Perfect. Ooh, there we are. That's better. Okay, so I only have my easy peasy little bit of collage. So numbers, and oh, now wait a minute. No, I haven't read number 6. Number 6, feathers in a bingo card. Oh, I wish I had noticed that, because this was my numbers. Feathers in a bingo card. Because the thing was, these two here were going to be bingo buddies. And that was going to go with the bingo card. And I only have one bingo card. I need to keep it. Disaster. So I need to go and I need to think up something else for my number sentiment. So I can still do ticket. I'll still get ticket, I just need number. I just need number, and you know, I'm going to keep them safe. And I'm going to have to go and rethink this. Oh my, that was a struggle when you have a plan and then you don't have a plan, and then you have to rethink the whole thing. So anyway, now we have number or sentiment and a ticket. So I have various numbers. My ticket is already taken care of. This is a piece from this co-op stamp. We used to get stamps for buying things out the co-op. It's many years old. So I've torn out a page from that. Just as a, so that again, it's just going to be a little bit of a collage. This is a number 1. I don't know, it was in a pack of ephemera from somewhere. Maybe a Tim Holtz one, maybe not, don't know. This is a Tim Holtz dial, which I was thinking we'll just slot in there somewhere, and I've got this random little ticket just to reinforce the ticket thing. And yeah, so I've also got this fabric frame which I've had in my stash a long time, and I'm not sure about using the whole frame. I think I might cut it down and just use this bottom bit for my sentiment. We'll see when that comes to fruition, if it actually does. I'm going to stamp this handmade art, which is a little stamp from Cat's Life Press, which I got in a shop in London a few years ago, called, let me think, I always say it, it's the movie is Blade Runner, the shop is Blade Rubber. Yay. And that's where I got that little stamp. I've got a few of those Cat's Life Press stamps. They say different little sayings. They're quite cute. And I think I'm going to put that there. But let's just let the ink dry and we'll get sticking. Okay. So that was a little bit of a disaster. Although I'm so glad that I happened to notice that next prompt, because dear knows what I would have put. I maybe would have switched them round. I don't know what I would have done. Anyway, all's well that ends well. Wonder if I should cut that in half. Because I could use the bottom half. I'm going to go for it. Because there's no point in using a fancy dial and hiding half of it and not being able to see it. We might just put the other half someplace else. See? And then this goes here, so we need to stick this down. So I've got plenty numbers now. What's it? A number or sentiment and a ticket. So I've got plenty tickets and plenty numbers. Any amount of numbers to choose from. I've got numbers in my focal point. Oops. I've got glue in my focal point. I've got numbers on my saving stamps. And numbers on the dials. There's the numbers on the tickets too. I've ended up with a million numbers. Because there's little numbers on that as well. There. Okay, now let's decide. Because I have this sentiment, which is from Art by Marlene sticker sheets. And I'm going to use You Can Only Be Beaten If You Give Up, because I almost did give up when I realised that I would have to go back to square one. Let's just cut this off. And that can be used another day, or maybe now I think they might be, or they might not be sticky back. I've had them for so long, but something tells me maybe they're not. Maybe I'm making that up. Maybe I'm just taking this apart. No, they're not sticky back. Let's use the 3-in-1 and put the lid back on that. Not upside down. There. I am going to put a little bit of this there. Yeah. Oh, that's not straight. It's only when you lift it up and look at things. Sometimes, like, you have to keep things quite flat when you're filming, but if I was doing this on my own and just having a play, I would lift things up and put them at arm's length and decide whether things were straight or not. Because sometimes when you're filming, now how did I have that? Things look straight, and then when I put the camera off and and I hold it up, it's sometimes not really straight. And I've managed to get a huge amount of glue all over the place. That's okay. Let's try and do this one better. Not put so much glue on it. Sort of looks like two hinges, sort of. Yeah, okay. Let's call it a day. Let's call it a day. So, ticket, numbers, sentiment, ticket. Yes, we have ticked all those boxes. Okay, I'm going to close the book. Oh, it's getting fat already, and I'm only at what? 5. Oh, we're going to have to tie something tight round it, I think. So today we did this one and this one, entirely different. Yep. Okay, we've strayed totally off the December type of thing, but that's fine. It doesn't all have to be December. And yeah, so thanks for joining me today. If you've enjoyed the video, a thumbs up would be great, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.